Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sly Fox Sports podcast. And this is a solo run for your boy, Mr. Miller. And this is the NHL 2021 season preview. Mind you, it is official. We are getting hockey. It will start on January the 13th, will be the first puck drop. Training camps start on the 3rd for all teams that were in the playoffs. The 7 teams that were not in the playoffs can start training camp as soon as December 31st. We are going to have a 56-game season. It will be intra-divisional play, and the divisions have been switched around because of COVID-19. We are going to have 4 divisions now. 4. There we go. Sorry. 4 divisions now. One will be the North Division, which will be all the Canadian teams, for those who are not familiar. It is the Ottawa Senators, the Montreal Canadiens, the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Winnipeg Jets, the Edmonton Oilers, the Calgary Flames, and the Vancouver Canucks. They will all be playing each other. And that is the North Division. The East Division will all be playing each other. That is the Boston Bruins, the Buffalo Sabres, the New Jersey Devils, the New York Islanders, the New York Rangers, the Philadelphia Flyers, the Pittsburgh Penguins, and the Washington Capitals. The Central Division are the Carolina Hurricanes, the Chicago Blackhawks, the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Detroit Red Wings, the Florida Panthers, the Dallas Stars, the Nashville Predators, and the Tampa Bay Lightning. And then finally, the West Division will be the Anaheim Ducks, the Arizona Coyotes, the Colorado Avalanche, the Minnesota Wild, the Los Angeles Kings, the Las Vegas Golden Knights, the San Jose Sharks, and the St. Louis Blues. So if you watched hockey last year, there's a little bit of a difference in the divisions, and there's not so much of a change in the divisions. Obviously, all the Canadian teams will be playing each other to keep from travel restrictions from COVID. The East is pretty much the Atlantic Division and the Metropolitan Division being added, minus Carolina, Columbus, Florida, and Tampa. They got added into the Central Division, which lost the St. Louis Blues, but gained the Columbus Blue Jackets, the Florida Panthers, the Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Chicago Blackhawks. So, what do you guys think of this? Do you think this is going to work? Obviously, it's intra-divisional, so it'll be intra-divisional up until the second round of the playoffs. So we're going to have all 56 games against just these teams. So all the Canadian teams will face each other. All the East teams will face each other, the West teams and the Central teams. So you're going to get matches like Ottawa and Montreal, Montreal and Toronto, Montreal, Winnipeg, Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver. They're all going to matter. But some of the rivalry games that you're not going to get, you're not going to see like Pittsburgh and Tampa. You're not going to see Boston and Tampa. You're not going to see Boston and Montreal this year, which is a big rivalry. So what do you guys think? Do you think this is going to work? Do you agree with this? What are your predictions? And I'll put it out there. I think that this is going to be an interesting situation, obviously, with COVID. They've canceled the All-Star game. Well, actually, they've postponed the All-Star game. They've postponed any outdoor games, which makes no sense. But it's going to be interesting. I mean, all the Canadian teams going against each other, I get that. I understand that. COVID reasons, okay. But, like, you could have took the East, the Central, and the West, and you could have just jumbled them up. You could have put Chicago, Columbus, Detroit, and even Nashville, put them in the East. The rest of the teams go to the West. Then you could have got Carolina, or it could have been Dallas, Nashville, Anaheim, Arizona, Colorado, Minnesota, LA, Vegas, San Jose, and St. Louis. But you look at this situation, and there's still going to be a lot of travel. Like in the East, the farthest you're going to be traveling is Washington. But in the West, you're going to have to travel all the way to St. Louis and Minnesota. Like that's a little shocking there. And then Central, you got to go to Tampa. Like where the hell did Tampa fit into that equation of, oh, okay, we'll put them with Carolina and Chicago and Columbus, Detroit, Florida, Dallas, Nashville. I mean, that's a lot of distance between the teams. I would have put Chicago, Columbus, and Detroit in with the East and possibly took out – I would have realigned it so much different. Like, obviously, you keep the Canadian teams. But I was realigning this. Carolina, Chicago, Columbus, Detroit would have been in the East. And it would have been Boston, Buffalo, New Jersey, New York, the Islanders, the Rangers, the Flyers, the Pens, the Caps, the Hawks, the Jackets, and the Wings. All in that big, huge Midwest area. The farthest you would have had to travel would have been Boston or New York. And for the West, Carolina, Nashville, Dallas, Tampa, Anaheim, Arizona, Colorado, Minnesota, LA, Vegas, San Jose, and St. Louis, because you can't really make them too lopsided. I like how they did this somewhat. Like they've made it to where it's 7, 8, 8, 7. Now, mind you, that other team coming in next year will be the Seattle Kraken. Where are they going to fall in this? Is everything going to get realigned again next season because of Seattle? That's the question. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment, a like, a subscribe, and I will catch you guys later on the Sly Fox Sports podcast. There will be, come the 13th of January and on, we will be covering hockey. If I have to do it myself, I will. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. And I'm ready for puck drop. What about you guys?